I was thinking the other day about listening, and in particular listening to music, and how, at least in my case, I find that is impacted by visual clues, or even worse, video. I started thinking about this simply because I started seeing, a number of posts on social media groups dealing with audio, some forums, et cetera, where people were showing, just a casual picture of them hanging out listening to their system, and a massive, 65-inch television is on mute playing, one of the sports playoff games or something like that, while they're actually listening to an LP or a CD or streaming something like that. For me, that would be an impossibility unless I'm just listening to, background music and not listening critically, or, listening to actually enjoy, my system or the music that I want to listen to. Because the visual aspect, to me, is very distracting. So much so that if you've never tried this experiment, on a bright sunny day, listen to a piece of music on your system and then listen to the same piece, fairly late at night with the lights dimmed down low. It doesn't have to be complete darkness, but see what difference and how much more you can actually hear into the music and your system. I'll bet that you can pick up smaller, finer details in the sound, and in particular the soundstage and the placement of instruments, that you would not have as great focus in, bright sunlight. And this leads me towards, home theater, and whether or not concert videos, et cetera, actually are conducive for very detailed critical listening. It's an interesting idea because you've got usually multi-channel audio in play, which means that there are more sound sources, there's a larger sound field, which in many cases should make for a more realistic experience. But can you pick out those fine details in the same way that you could in stereo? And this is just a thought piece. I'm not saying that, it's one way versus the other way and one's better than the other. I know many people that love multi-channel music, watching concert videos. I love watching the, well-produced ones by some of my favorite groups. But it was just my thinking about this the other day, about how much more I can hear into a piece of music or details of my system's reproduction when, there's less visual distraction, if you will. So I'm wondering, what's your experience? What are your thoughts on the topic? Do you find that, listening in a slightly, dim, darkened room lets you focus more on your system, or you think I'm completely nuts and you say, no, we watch with the lights blazing, the TV running, and I can hear just as well? I'd love to know your thoughts as always. Thank you very much for commenting and for watching.